It did end. Hello. Welcome to our Sunday Live.
He's shocked when the technology works, yet he's the one that programs it. So there you go.
I couldn't see the 30-second countdown, so I had no idea where we were.
Well, welcome everybody to this Sunday Live over the middle of the holidays. We are Jill and Jerry, the Cruising Canucks.
And today we are going to talk all about cruising in 2025 and find out what you did, what you liked, what you didn't like. I got some trivia. I got some Love Boat trivia on top of that. We've got some stories to tell, something special to show you from 25. So let's roll into it right after this.
All right. Well, we hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season or in the midst of it. I'm sure it's crazy busy, and there's probably a lot of people that aren't able to tune in because they're still in the midst of the holiday celebrations. But we had a moment or two of quiet days in between some really busy days. So we thought we'd throw in a live before we...
Did you say Merry Christmas to everybody?
I did say Happy Holidays.
Oh, I said Merry Christmas, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And so it's almost New Year's, so it's time to celebrate the end of 25. So I thought I'd make myself a drink here.
Right, live. You couldn't make it beforehand or anything.
That way everybody knows the ingredients, right?
Oh, okay.
There's a certain way to make this.
Oh, yeah. It's really difficult, guys.
I'm using the apple-flavored Canadian whiskey this time. Uh-huh. Where's your drink?
You've got a little mini bar set up over there.
I had a whole bar set up for today's live. There
we go. I am drinking the leftover sparkling wine from our Christmas dinner, so it might not be any good at this point. I wouldn't normally advise to drink it this many days later, but yeah. Cheers.
Cheers to 2025.
Here you go.
You all done? Put this back in the bar. We need to, in the future, we'll hire a bartender.
Oh, really?
We just order drinks. Be like we're on a cruise ship.
Just like, yeah. See, look at that. We've been cruising so much. Now we want to have all that luxury at home. Yeah.
So, yeah, everybody knows that we just got back from an Azamara cruise. Our first ever. And we're going to touch on that because that was part of 2025 for sure.
So, yeah. So we disembarked off the ship on the 23rd of December. We caught a flight back to Canada, to Chippewa, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and got home that night. Anyways, it was very, very busy since then because we've been celebrating with family and friends the holidays, and we had a special something happen on the 23rd. We had our fourth grandchild born on the 24th, safe and sound. Mom and baby are both doing well. So we had so many things to celebrate, not only the holidays, but more grandbabies in the family.
You already got the grandbaby's birthday wrong, born on the 23rd.
That's what I said.
You said 24th.
Oh.
Roll the tape back.
Oh, sorry, guys. I meant 23rd. The day, literally the day we're in the airport, the baby was born. Anyways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so we're at that section. I didn't do any just one trivia question because we had a whole bunch to kind of wrap the show up with. So we'll do a little bit of other stuff first.
Okay.
But first, I think what we should do before we get into talking about 2025 is we need a refresher.
Okay.
So I put together a video of our 2025 cruise season. So it's a couple minutes long. I'm going to hit play. You're going to see us in the little corner so you can see us reacting to our own history that we just went through.
I have not seen this video, but if history serves, you're probably going to make me cry, right? I should have brought tissues.
Hopefully I didn't put any footage that she doesn't like because she has to usually review the footage.
Oh, there's going to be some horrible bathing suit footage here, I'm sure, then if he's saying that right now.
Okay, let's go back and revisit 2025. If you watched all our vlogs this year, this is going to be kind of a reminder. And if you're on our group cruise in 25, you're going to see a little bit of that as well. So You might even see yourselves in this. Anyways, let's roll to the video. And here we go.
What a wonderful life.
Have you made the Georgia movie?
How lucky am I that I get to hold your pretty hands in mine. No clouds in the sky, nah, when you're by my side. It's like the sun is shining from those eyes.
Oh, man.
And darling, when you look at me, I forget how to breathe. The noise starts turning to a song. I was blind, but now I see. Looked for eternity, but you were right there all along. You're where I belong. You're where I belong. With you by my side, feels like the rain is gone. I'm holding on like the sun in the sky, like the stars in the night. When I look in your eyes, I knew it all along, all along. You're where I belong, where I belong. It's true, I'm ruined by you. So over my head, what can I do? Can't even see straight without you. And I can't lie, get me so nervous, I'm better than wine. People say love is fleeting, then why does every day with you feel like the happiest day of my life? 'Cause darling, when you look at me, I forget how to breathe. The noise starts turning to a song. And I was blind, but now I see. Looked for eternity, but you were right there all along. You're where I belong. You're where I belong. With you by my side, feels like the rain is gone. I'm holding on like the sun in the sky, like the stars in the night. When I look in your eyes, I knew it all along, all along. You're where I belong. Oh, oh, you're where I belong. You're where I belong. You're where I belong. When I look in your eyes, I knew it all along, all along.
Oh, it didn't stop. Oh, there we go. It almost went through it again. How was that? Was it a good year?
Yeah, it was a great year.
Wonderful year.
Oh, sorry, guys. I wish I could get through one of these videos that he does without crying.
Me too.
But some wonderful highlights there for sure. So wonderful. Yeah, so many of them.
And it's and 2026 can be amazing because we're going to do 3 different group cruises with a couple of we have patrons. We're doing Canada group cruise. We're doing Europe group cruise. We're doing Caribbean coming up in a month. So we're going to have even better memories, more memories. Oh, I don't know. There you go.
Sorry.
Peggy says it was nice.
Yeah. Oh, I love this comment. It says, I understand why you're crying, but I don't know why I'm crying. Well, I'm glad it's not just me. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, there's a few backstories in between some of that. And some of you might know that, the Europe trip that we did this spring in May, and we got to go to the pub with Kylie and a whole gang of patron members that organized that. We had a wonderful time. But that trip was something I dreamed about for over 30 years, to be able to travel Europe with my closest friend from college. So seeing that brought me. I need tissues.
You used up my tissues.
We're so thankful that we were able to do that for sure. And so many other. The rest was just so much fun, except for those sea days that we'll never forget. They're in the memory banks of Seabourn. We'll never forget those sea days. That's for sure.
Yeah, one thing that caught my attention.
Wonderful times.
When I did it was we didn't travel on the same cruise line more than once. All the cruises we did were all different.
All different cruise lines. Yeah. That's why we don't have high loyalty on all of them. We keep talking to a lot of our patron members that are level like 4-star with Holland America. And like, we'll eventually get there. We're 3-star right now, but I'm not sure how long we have to go till we get to be 4-star. But
see that comment right there.
Mike and Laurie McCaffrey says, great tips and love seeing Jerry's dancing. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it was a blast for sure. We can't wait to do it all over again. And yeah, everybody's saying it was beautiful, and thank you very much. It was wonderful to do. And I think one of the best things about doing all this is the meeting all the new people.
Oh, like, hands down, hands down. I'll go back to, traveling with my closest friend. Her first name is Sherry. And after the first day in Europe, after having dinner with patron members that traveled from all over the UK to have dinner with us in London, and they're like, we can't believe the community that you guys have built by being able to do this cruise vlogging and putting yourself out there, was what my friend said to me. And she said it perfectly well, is we never imagined it. Friends and family that have known us for all these years, they're just blown away by the love and support that all of you have given us, and it's been the best blessing in our lives. But it's just, we've had some people that have met us said, "Oh, I've been so excited to meet you." We feel the same way in reverse with some of you that have made comments on our videos for the last year or so, or 2 or 3, and on Facebook and that. And when we finally get to meet you in person, we're just excited to meet you guys as you are to us, and that's just been wonderful. The cruising community that we have built.
And if you're paying close attention, at the very end there, you saw some of the Azamara footage.
Oh, yes.
So it hasn't come out yet, but you saw just a snippet of a few days there. And we thought we'd go on Azamara. We've never done it before. It's a very small cruise line, 600 some odd people. We thought that we were traveling with Scott and Matt, and we thought it'd just be us. Nobody's going to know us on the ship.
Only 400 people on the ship, or I think it was 600 on this one. Yeah, only 600 people, and it's not a cruise line we've ever cruised before. So yeah, nobody would know us. Yeah,
we had all kinds of people that knew us. We didn't know them, so we were happy to meet a whole bunch of new people.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It's lovely to be able to sit down and chat with people and meet some people from all over the world and different countries, for sure.
Yeah, Scott's saying it was amazing to watch people in Azamara come up to us because he was there with us. And sorry, Scott, my video clip had you with food in your mouth. So that's what Mrs. Canucks
That's what he loves to do. He loves to do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that was 2025, and I guess maybe we'll put you on the spot.
Oh.
Ooh, right from the start. We'll see what everyone else was. I want to know what was your favorite cruise this year, and what was your favorite cruise line this year? Because they seem to be changing as far as how well they do things or how they're falling off the rails and all these things. So I'm going to put it right to you. Let's go favorite cruise ship, and favorite cruise line of 2025 for you.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it because everybody will be like, well, it's just what you just got off of, right? But Azamara blew my mind. It exceeded my expectations, and so we can't wait to show those vlogs to you guys and talk more in depth about Azamara. But it was definitely it was the highlight of the best cruise ship that I've been on this year, for sure. I'm not going to say it's the best trip, because I'll go back to being in Europe and traveling Europe this spring for the few weeks that we did it with my best friend Sherry was definitely the highlight trip of the year for me. But it makes me very happy to think that we've booked a patron cruise going out of cruising Europe on Azamara, because I think I'm going to get the two perfect worlds together for that.
So favorite trip was Europe.
Favorite trip was Europe.
Cruise line Azamara.
Yes.
Ship.
I think the favorite ship would be Seabourn.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous ship, and of course, it's the first time we've ever had a suite. I mean, we paid greatly to have that suite, but I mean, we have never had such a gorgeous room in our cabin in any cruise we've ever done. But even taking away the cabin, the pool deck area, if we got to be able to enjoy it, like say in the Caribbean where it's warm weather and that, the pool deck is lovely. Every single lounge and dining room, there was space between you and others. You were never crowded. It was the same size of the ship as the Azamara, but yet more space on it because it didn't have 200 more people on it. So they didn't have to have extra chairs and tables in all the venues and that. So you felt like you had your own space everywhere you went on that ship. So definitely Seabourn was my favorite ship.
Your answer was so long I was able to pour a whole drink. Did you see that?
Yeah, there you go.
And your least favorite cruise ship you're on in 2025?
My least favorite?
Yeah, let's put you to the test. It's always easy to remember the best one.
No, I don't really have a least favorite. Like, I think all the ships were great. Obviously, my worst experience was going through those weather bombs on the Seabourn cruise.
You already gave it as your best ship, though.
It was the best ship in design and space and pretty ship, and I would love to have had the opportunity to cruise on it anywhere other than where I cruised it. But yeah,
no,
that's my answer.
No ship was your weakest ship.
No, I can't really.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Favorite cruise. Let's go to. I'm gonna throw Group Cruise 25 out there. I think it was a blast. I think everybody had a good time. At least I hope so, because I know I did.
We did.
We did. Sure. The excursions were an absolute blast that we did. We had lots of time to spend with people, having a good time, dancing, and getting to know everybody. So I think that was a favorite cruise. Mm-hmm. I think that favorite ship for me was a close one for me. Mm. It was between the art class that we were on in Azamara and the Island Princess. But I'm going to go with Island Princess, I think, because then that saves me for my favorite cruise line of 25 was Azamara. That's my answer. Mm. And my least favorite ship, I would have to say my least favorite ship was the Virgin Scarlet Lady.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
So,
I mean, there were things about that ship that I didn't like, and mainly was the pool deck size. I think there was not enough space on that ship for the people that was on board, especially the pool size, tiniest pools ever on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And since Azamara was both our favorite cruise lines, is it now your favorite cruise line of all? Because everybody always asks, what's your favorite cruise to go on? Yeah, I know Holland America's always been up there with you. Princess has been up there. Where did it come compared to those?
I think for level of quality of food and service, I would say that Azamara was a step above Holland America for me. I still love Holland America, don't get me wrong. But, if Jerry told me that there were a Holland America Princess cruise and an Azamara cruise the same price, which one would I choose? I would choose Azamara. But if we're talking, saving some money and going on another line, I'd be quite happy to go on Holland America. Love Holland America. Love Princess also. So I'm excited about getting back on the Caribbean Princess because we had a fabulous time on that ship before. And so, I'm not, hence why we're not like top tier on any cruise line, because we like them all generally. I mean, we don't like them all. There's some that we don't cruise on anymore. You know that. But
this might shock you, but I like efficiency. I love a well-run ship. I love them having the ability to adapt to the weather, to the situation, to the people, to whatever's going on, and not be cookie cutting all the cruises one after another every week.
Right.
And so for that reason, I would have to say that Azamara blew my mind.
Yes.
Their pop-up events, what they did around the ship. It was just, what they did was phenomenal considering what they had to work with. It was a smaller ship with, they had lots of crew to passenger ratio, but it was still not a lot of crew.
It kind of became a joke for us in a good way, in that we would see these pop-up events and they blew our mind away. But what was funny about it was, Jerry has me brainwashed in watching the Love Boat episodes. I can probably tell you some of them line by line because we've watched them so many times. But a lot of what we saw in Azamara was what cruising was like when Love Boat episodes were being made. And the funniest part about it, the one where we had the joke, was whenever they had a special night, for instance, their white night, we went up to the buffet and we're going through and there's servers, staff serving you, helping look after you. And I look and the lady that's in charge of the shore excursion desk is there at the pasta making station, making pasta and dishing it out to people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious, because this is kind of what, Love Boat episodes were referred to and stuff like that.
Not only that,
they did whatever job needed to be done.
Over in the dessert station serving the waffles.
Captain was there.
The captain serving in the buffet.
Yeah, the captain was there making crepes Suzette with him and two of his officers. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was mind blowing what they did. It was literally an effort by the entire team on the ship to make every passenger feel special, get everything done right. And there was none of this, not my job. You'd see officers cleaning off tables. You'd see the captain walking through the ship from time to time, stopping and talking to passengers and just say, how's it going today?
Yeah. I think we've talked about it, that not this past year, but the year before, we had a not pleasant experience on an MSC cruise. And the biggest thing that was not pleasant was how we saw the officers treating the staff. And it couldn't have been any different on Azamara. That there seemed to be no hierarchy. They just worked together as a team.
Yep.
And I saw, these people working harder. We were at their sea day brunch. And again, you had everybody from every different level working that sea day brunch. And they're all coming out in the kitchen, carrying out arms of food, and they're laughing and joking and smiling with each other. And it makes you as a passenger have a good time when you see that the staff and the crew are having a good time, because, you don't feel the stress that, like when we were on MSC, I really felt like our waiter was under a lot of stress and being watched constantly by the officer, and not in a positive way. So this was a totally different experience.
For sure. So we'll jump over. I see a few people making comments on this theme of best cruise or experience, or what they're looking for.
Yeah, tell us what your best cruise or your best...
I see here that those sneaky name-changing Saskatchewan people, they said that their highlight was their highlight in a year full of struggles. They fought forest fire problems, everything else, but sure can't wait for the Mediterranean cruise in May
so
with
they
the group.
Said our group cruise was their highlight. You skipped over that part.
Yep. And I see Warren is saying that Atlantic Canada is their next cruise they're looking forward to.
Oh, nice, Warren.
Mm-hmm. And I see that Trace is saying that last May he did a cruise around the British Isles, Scotland, Ireland, on All America's New Standard. And
Club Orange. And it was amazing. Nice.
Yeah. I'm dying to do that itinerary. I keep looking for opportunities.
Yes.
I must bring it up at least once a week, if not more often.
He does. It's on the list.
Yeah. And Twyla saying her new Stockton transatlantic, her balcony was stunning.
Oh, lovely. There you go.
Mm-hmm. And Kylie, our comments about Azamara, she's saying controversial.
Even more excited to see the vlogs now.
And thank you for the treats, Kylie.
Oh, yes.
She sent me a chocolate bar that was about this big. All British chocolate.
He's not at all spoiled. But the shortbread from Marks and Spencer has been my favorite. We've been, we've just been devouring all your treats. So thank you for that. Kate
saying, Azamara sounds amazing. Can't wait to cruise on it with us in the fall of 27. We're doing a patron cruise. Mm-hmm. And Bridget saying that told you we love Azamara.
You did, Bridget. You're right.
She does love Celebrity and Princess and smaller ships, but you can't beat the service on Azamara. I tell you the truth, I received the service on Azamara that I thought I was going to get on the more expensive Seabourn.
On Seabourn, yeah.
So go figure.
I would agree with that. Again, not to give it all away right now, because this wasn't supposed to be a whole live about Azamara, but first impressions, you guys have all heard me talk about how Seabourn left me with a really bad first impression. Azamara, I wasn't one step on the ship, on the ship, when there was a waiter there handing me a glass of champagne.
Welcome aboard.
And that's what I expected from Seabourn. We didn't get, but we did get it from Azamara.
And that clip was in the video montage. Did you see?
I did see you show that.
He gave you 2 glasses of champagne.
He gave me 2 because he tried to give one to Jerry, and Jerry had a camera in one hand and he was pulling a suitcase in the other. And so he said, "Give it to my wife, please." So I got comments immediately because all the other passengers are like, "Oh, she's already double-fisted and she just got on board the ship."
Kate saying that their favorite group cruise was the group cruise.
Nice. Thank
and
you.
I see Barbara here is saying that she's taking her first cruise in January on the Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas for Eastern Caribbean. That's, I think, one of the slightly smaller ones. That'll be interesting to see. I wonder if we're going
Eastern
to the
Caribbean.
Wonder if that stops at the new Nassau private
That's
resort.
What I was just wondering about too. That's why I said it.
And British holiday diet. Kylie's making fun of my, I think, chocolate bar. I haven't ate the chocolate bar yet. I'm thinking of framing it. It's so huge and so amazing.
I think he's hiding it because we opened it up and all of a sudden he disappeared with the Cadbury giant chocolate bar. So it's somewhere hidden in the house, but he's definitely not willing to share it with me or my mom, who's up visiting for holidays.
Waiting for all.
He's going to wait until like I'm gone looking after the grandbabies one day or something, and he's got the house to himself, and he can just like gorge himself on a giant chocolate bar.
Yep.
I'm sure that's the plan. It's well hidden somewhere in the house.
Gail is saying that we find a British Isles cruiser. She has no conflicts and they're in.
There you go. Yeah.
Lynette is saying Azamara, best cruise line twice this year. Croatia, best itinerary. That'd be amazing.
Yes,
with Azamara.
I want to do that itinerary.
Christine is saying 35-night Coningsdam, Hawaii, and French Polynesia was a bucket list cruise and their highlight. I guess so. That's amazing.
That's an amazing itinerary. Yeah.
And Peggy's saying that British Isles cruise is one of her favorite, but she did it in June of 24. There you go. So that's the
That's a good time of year to do it, right? That's our thing. He keeps telling me, "Oh, I found this really cheap British Isle cruise," and it's like March. I'm like, I'm not going there in March. Give me June, July dates, and then we'll talk.
Okay, so we'll jump in. We'll change gears a little bit. We'll do a bunch of trivia and get everybody going on some trivia and get your answers in trivia. And they're kind of some mixed stuff with what we've been talking about in the trivia.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, Kylie's last comment caught my attention, saying, interested in the difference between Seabourn and Azamara, because she circles these two sometimes. Yeah, it's an easy win for us, but we'll show you the vlogs and you can decide for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But definitely, we'll be in contact with you about that conversation.
And speaking of 2025, trivia question number 1 is exactly to do with that. And it says, how many new ships over 30,000 tons were launched in 2025? And a question to
everybody out there.
Because we weren't on any of them.
We weren't on them, but were you?
How many were launched in 2025 that were that size? And so by comparison, that's like Seabourn, Azamara, and up. So it's not the tiny ones, it's all those ones up. What do you think? What's your guess?
5.
Just waiting to see if we see. I see 5 here.
Oh.
Kat says 5 as well.
There you go. I'm thinking 5. I don't know. I mean, there's
4 from Peggy.
I don't keep track of it as well as a lot of people do. I'm sure like Scott and Bruce, maybe
Scott
they would
says 15.
Scott says 15. Scott,
Ooh, that's
15. I'm off by 10? Am I that far off?
If so, Scott's laughing at you.
Wow. I'm thinking, well, there was the Star. I know Royal Caribbean came out with a new one.
There was 2 stars. It was also the Star.
There was, yeah. Royal Caribbean Star, the Princess Star, you're right. Oh, and World of America, MSC.
Yeah. 6, 7, 3.
That's the only 3 that I know, but I'm going to say there was at least 5.
Here's the number.
Oh, gosh.
Are you ready?
If it's 15, Scott, I'm going to be very angry.
You'll be angry.
Very angry.
11.
11!
Ocean going. So twice what you thought.
Wow. More than double what I thought.
I didn't include riverboat ones or smaller ones. So
wow.
There you go. 11 new ones over that size. So
11.
Lots of big ones out there.
Wow.
Terry saying 12. Just off by 1, Terry.
Yeah. There you go. You were close.
Oh. Okay, another question about 2025, and it is, how many private island cruise destinations opened in 2025? And also, did you visit any of them?
Or any new to you destinations?
I guess, that's the other part of the question is,
Of beach club destinations is what your question is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So private island destinations.
Private island destinations.
So you have to go on the ship to get to that private destination.
How many new ones opened? Well, Carnival opened 1. Royal Caribbean opened 1. I don't know. Let's go with 4.
4.
That's my guess.
Scott says 3.
Oh.
3 for Kate.
Okay.
2.
See, I so under-guessed with my last one. I thought I had to go with 4.
Nobody says they've been to any of them. I'm curious to know if anybody's been to any of those ones that have opened. And
5.
3.
Barbara's agreeing with me. Let's hope we're right, Barbara.
7. Wow, some big numbers. And I'm just to be clear, I was thinking kind of North American market. So there might have been one. I don't know if there's one planned in Europe in the Mediterranean for
Santorini.
For Royal Caribbean's doing something over there, but this was just
Santorini.
kind of this.
But that's not open yet either.
One and Paul just got home.
Oh, well.
And the answer is, what I came up with when I looked at it was 2.
Oh.
And that was Celebration Key, Carnivals, and Royal Caribbean's one in Nassau, the Royal Beach Club.
Huh.
There is one that's kind of having a big renovation to it, but it's not open yet. It won't be open until 26, and that is Half Moon Key.
Right.
Is having the Carnival piece sledgehammered into the corner.
Added into it. Yeah, so, that's right.
There you go.
Only 2.
And I think also Norwegian's doing an overhaul of one of theirs as well, right?
Are they?
I've heard that as well, yeah. I'm not on that as much as the others. But
this Great Stirrup Key?
I think it's having a renovation as well, yeah. Disney had one open this year, Scott's saying as well. So maybe I'm off by 1. Wonder where Disney's was.
You're right, Scott. They did. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
The answers are flexible.
They're all based on Jerry's knowledge.
The right answer was 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Depends if you agree with Scott or Jerry. And I would go with Scott in most cases.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to facts.
Oh, let's see if I get number 3 right. Okay, this one deals with kind of the controversial side of cruising a little bit. What's going on around the world? The latest port that will start the 2026 cruise ship restrictions.
Is Cairns, France.
Sorry, in Cairns, they're going to start this new restriction where they're going to allow only certain size ships to be able to go there. They anchor out. You have to tender in at Cairns. They put a limit on it because they're fed up with it. There's a lot of cruise ports going this way. But what was their limit, do you think? Was it A, 1,000, B, 2,000, C, 3,000, D, 4, or E, 5,000 passengers?
Well, I know Bar Harbor, Maine has a 1,000 passenger limit, but I'm going to go with 2,000.
Scott agrees with you this time.
Oh, really?
He says B, 2,000.
Oh, that's my guess.
I see an A there from Ruth.
Huh.
And it's going to kick in, actually, I think, in just a couple days in January 1st, I think.
Okay.
We got lots of A's and B's. Brian and Athena are at C.
Mm-hmm.
A for Kate. Bruce?
What is it?
What is it? Oh, let me click the button. I'll show you. And look, more B's. We got a couple C's there.
3,000.
C is the right answer.
C is the right answer.
Anything over 3,000 is a no-go for Cairns.
Well, that's
now.
very fair, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, but you said B.
I know. I thought they would make it tighter to get in, but 3,000. I think they're being very, very generous with letting 3,000. It's a small area.
Oh, there you go.
I don't see anything wrong with that. If I lived there, I probably would have voted for that to be the case too.
Yeah, Heidi's saying Scott's right, by the way. I see. And another one to do with cruise controversy a little bit here. What cruise destination implemented 11% passenger tax for 2026? It's also going to start in 2026. What destination has started this new tax, which is going to increase the cost of cruising there? Is it A, Alaska, B, Spain, C, Australia, D, Hawaii, or E, Africa?
Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't know. Alaska's already one of the more expensive places because they have such high port fees. But do you think they did the tax too?
So we've got an Alaska. We got Hawaii from Gates. Ruth is saying D, Hawaii. Saskatchewan folks are saying D.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hawaii. That's my guess.
A lot of D's.
Oh,
a lot
is
of
that
D's.
D? Is that Hawaii? Yeah.
That's Hawaii, yeah.
Hawaii's my guess.
That's your guess? That's going to be, we haven't been there yet, so it's going to be more expensive for us to go now.
So you're telling me that's the right answer then?
I don't know. Let's click the button and find out.
Okay.
We don't know until we click the button.
Oh.
Hawaii implemented 11% levy on cruise fares while in port this year. Starting this coming year.
There you go.
There you go. This is one that you should know.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Hopefully someone else doesn't beat you on this answer.
Okay.
Because this will be embarrassing if someone else knows.
Okay. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do this embarrassing one.
Okay.
Okay. How many days did Mrs. Canucks spend on a cruise ship in 2025?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't have a clue. That'll take me a while.
How many days were you on a cruise ship in 2025? Oh, she's doing the math. Anyone else beat her on the math? I still see D coming in. I hope there's not a lag. I made sure that YouTube wasn't.
Is there a multiple choice for this?
You can keep doing math. I'm talking right now. There's no multiple choice. There we go. Bruce. Oh, okay. So Mark says 80. Bruce says 55. Scott says 47. Kate says 45.
I think it's greater than 55, but less than 80.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Can I go with their two answers and combine mine?
No. If you average the two, that would be like 67 or something. Natalie has 60.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the high 60s. That's as close as I can give you.
I can tell you that somebody on that screen right there that just put a guess in got it exactly right.
Oh, really?
So someone is better than you at it. Do you know who it is?
No. Let's go with 67.
67?
Yeah.
You're saying Kim is right?
I see Kim's answer. So
Okay.
let's say Kim's right.
The correct answer is, and it looks like Ruth Baylor girl got it.
Oh.
58.
58.
That's how many days. There you go.
I didn't know.
You're not adding them up?
No.
You even did the math.
Well, I tried, but then I forgot how long the Island Princess was because it felt like we were on it for forever, but yet not long at all because it stayed tied up at the dock. And so that's the one that really messed me up. And Seabourn, I thought, was 11 days, but that was only 10, apparently.
This next one is designed for Scott, so hopefully he gets it right.
Okay.
And it is true or false question.
Okay.
50-50 chance for this one. The Legend of the Seas that will launch in 2026 will have a better passenger space ratio than the classic Carnival Spirit class ships that we grew up on. Is that true or false? That the
feel like that's got to be false.
That the ratio will be better on the new Royal Caribbean.
Although I remember you and Scott having a conversation talking about changing the space on some of those. Now you've got me
Scott says true.
Myself. Yeah, I was just going to say, I was waiting for Scott to give me the answer.
Scott actually,
I know you guys had a discussion about this.
Scott actually has these stats on his phone that he can look up for different cruise ships. Just so you know, if you travel with Scott, you can find out the right answer on this. Well, it looks like Scott has got a whole bunch of agreeers.
Everybody agrees with them. It's true?
Oh, Trey says false.
Yeah,
you got a false.
I thought it seemed false.
You thought it seemed false?
I don't know anything.
Believe it or not, the answer is true.
True.
That the Legend of the Seas, when you go to that passenger space ratio calculation that you can do, that it'll actually be better than the Carnival Spirit class ships, the smaller ones.
So is that Legend of the Seas now sailing, or is it getting made now?
It's being made. It's coming out in 26.
Oh, there you go. We might get on a new cruise ship if it has that ratio.
Scott's telling everybody to go to Cruise Mapper, and then he's giving you references.
Oh my God.
So next time
if anyone wants to find out this information, go to Cruise Mapper, the app. It shows the space ratio for every ship. He's giving away his secret powers right now, everyone.
I have got a Love Boat question for you now.
Oh, no.
What real Pacific cruise ship, Princess cruise ship, replaced the Pacific Princess in later seasons of the Love Boat? Was it the Sky Princess, the Sea Princess, the Island Princess, or the Royal Princess? Which one stepped in and did duty for the Love Boat filming in later seasons? The Sky, the Sea, the Island, or the Royal?
I don't know. I'm going to guess Sea Princess.
Sea Princess. Oh, Bruno's.
He just hit his head sneezing. He hit his head on the table.
Are you
while
okay,
he
Bruno?
Sneezed.
We've got Gates saying, I believe, Island. We've got Paul and Wanda saying B is the Sea Princess, agreeing with you. We got another C, which is, I believe, the Island. Jill and Simon are saying Island Princess. We were just on the Island Princess. Do you think I'd sneak this question in?
Well, that's why I thought, I think I would know because we were on the Island Princess and maybe he would have told me. But you know what? He does tell me a lot of stats and it usually goes in one side and comes right out the other because I just don't retain stats. It's just...
Why not? What's in between there?
Nothing. I don't have that mathematical mind.
I see. It looks like it's between Sea Princess and Island Princess. And the answer is... We were on its namesake this summer, the Island Princess.
So I was wrong.
There you go.
You probably made references to it in our videos and everything.
Another Love Boat related question for you.
Oh God, here we go.
See if you can get this one. What long-running TV series shared the same production company as the Love Boat? So which one of these had the same production company? Was it Fantasy Island, Happy Days, Dallas, or Fantasy Island?
You put Fantasy Island in twice.
So
I'm going to go with Fantasy Island, everybody.
There's a chance. There's a double chance it could be Fantasy Island.
It is Fantasy Island. I knew that one before you even read out all the options.
I didn't even have to go multiple choice. You knew that one?
I knew that one.
Oh, Christine is right with the Island Princess. Hopefully there's not a lag on the live because I made sure that YouTube did not put any commercials in this live when we're live. So it should be
right.
We should be close to real time here.
Okay. But
Fantasy Island is the right answer. So it's D or A. Or I see Ruth said that.
The plane.
Oh.
Okay, Bird, stop.
What do we got next? Which Love Boat cast member was known for improvising dialogue during the scenes? So the cast member that would be like making stuff up on set and not doing their lines exactly.
Right.
Was that Bernie, who is the Doc? Was it Ted, who is Isaac? Lauren, who is Julie? Or Gavin, who is the captain? Which one was the kind of the clown that would never say their lines the way they were supposed to?
I'm going to go with Ted.
Ted is who?
Isaac.
Isaac is your guess, is it?
Yeah.
We got a couple B's there. We got one for the captain. Wanda and Paul are saying B. Doc from Ruth, who is, I believe, A. Ooh.
Scott's agreeing with me. That's usually a good thing.
Saskatchewan is going with the Doc. Who would seem like they're most like that, I wonder? Doc? Doc would seem like he's kind of like that to me. But
that might just be his character. Then.
And Kelly got Fantasy Island right. We're kind of playing two trivias at the same time. And the answer is... Isaac Washington. It was Ted.
Going right finally. Yay.
He was the kind of the card that was always ad-libbing stuff, and a lot of what was filmed and actually used in the actual episodes was him ad-libbing it at times. It wasn't even in his actual script. So there you go. They must have liked it because they used it. This is a good one for you. Since you've watched so many episodes that I've made you watch, what famous singer guest starred as a lounge performer? Was it Diana Ross? Was it Tom Jones, Engelbert Humperdinck, or Barry Manilow?
I'm between A and D.
You're between A and D.
But I could be wrong on
So you're
both
between
of them.
Diana Ross and Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
Peggy is saying C. She's saying Mr. Humperdinck.
See, and I don't know if I would know what he looks like to know.
Bruce is saying Barry Manilow. We got another Humperdinck. We got a couple B's in there, which is Tom Jones. And then Barry.
Yeah, I think... See, I'm thinking why I'm thinking Diana Ross is because the Pointer Sisters were on, but they worked as maids in the episode that they were on, like housekeeping staff. So I'm going to go with Barry Manilow because I think that was the case.
And the answer is... starred as a lounge performer was Engelbert Humperdinck.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I can't even picture what that man looks like.
No?
I know he's a famous singer, but I don't recall what he looks like.
This is one for the British folks that are online here. Cunard's very first transatlantic sailing in 1840 left from which port? Was it from Southampton, Liverpool, New York, or Halifax?
Halifax. Yes? I don't know. That's where the statue of him is. There's probably more statues of them other places. Paul, help me out here.
You're putting Wanda and Paul.
I'm putting Wanda and Paul on the spot. Come on, Paul.
Scott's saying Halifax. Got a couple Halifaxes. We have got a Liverpool in there. Another Liverpool. We've also got a Southampton in there. We're all over the board. Everybody's got almost every letter's in there. A, B, C, and D. Yep.
Great. Come on, Paul. Where are you?
Paul said C already.
Oh, did he? He said C, which is what?
New York.
Oh, Paul. Oh, that didn't help me.
Mary saying Liverpool. I'm trying to see if I can recognize who here is from England to see if we have anybody that knows. Is Mary from England?
Jill and Simon are. She's saying B.
B, which is Liverpool. No, I think Mary might be. She's saying Liverpool. Let's see if the British folks are correct. Cunard's first transatlantic in 1840 started from Liverpool. Jill and Simon had it there. Mary had it. Shannon had it as well. Brian and Athena even had it.
Maybe that's why they're allowed to call it. What do they call it? Cunard?
Cunard?
Is that what they call it?
They call it Cunard, not Cunard.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't want to. I got a whole bunch of trivia, but I don't want to do all trivia. Let's see if I can find one that's more relevant for you. Here's one for you. See if you can get this one right.
Okay.
Which Canadian-born singer appeared as a guest star on The Love Boat and performed as herself as the character?
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell.
Celine Dion.
No.
Anne Murray. Shania Twain.
Joni Mitchell.
Wonder who it was.
Paul says, sorry, Jill.
What do you think? No clue, Kelly says. Peggy's going with C. She's going with Anne Murray. You have Joni Mitchell as A. Brian and Athena are going A. Joni Mitchell. Terry and Rona are going A. Mary is saying Anne Murray. Kate is saying Joni Mitchell. What do you think?
I'm sticking with my Joni Mitchell.
You're sticking with Joni Mitchell? A bunch of people are trying to agree with you.
Yeah.
And I think Mary's got 2 in a row, though.
Oh, really? It's Anne Murray?
And the answer is Anne Murray.
Wow.
I want to know what song she sang. Did she sing
Me too.
Snowbird? Or what?
We obviously don't have that episode on DVD that you make me watch over and over again. It must have been one of their newer, their later series.
Oh, so, and I guess I have one more I didn't cover, so we might as well cover it. It's a Carnival question, I'm sorry. But you've watched the Carnival origin story so much, you must know the answer to this one.
Ooh.
Carnival's first cruise ship, the Mardi Gras, originally sailed for which Canadian-based company? So yes, Carnival's first ship was a Canadian ship. Was it the Canada Atlantic Steamship? Was it B, Canadian Pacific? Was it C, Algoma Central? Or was it D, BC Ferries? Now, you might be looking for Paul to answer this one for you, too.
Help me out again, Paul. It's A or B.
It's A or B? It's either Atlantic Steamships or Canadian Pacific.
Yeah, that's what my guess is.
Paul's saying B.
Oh, good. That's where I was leaning towards, was Canadian Pacific.
And a funny story about that ship, the first time they took it out of Miami on their very first cruise, what'd they do?
Oh, they grounded it.
They got
stuck on a sandbar.
And they made a drink. What was the name of the drink that they made on that ship? And then, ever since then, it's been a famous drink on Carnival. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, we should know this.
Oh,
listen to that origin story.
Yeah, if you watch the Carnival origin story, you have to go to Carnival Cruise to hear it.
Yeah.
And the answer is, Paul guided you in the right direction. It was B.
Thanks, Paul.
Canadian steamships. Canadian Pacific.
We redeemed ourselves.
Oh, so I think that's all the trivia I had. Now we can just talk about anything you want to talk about. I thought I saw someone throw something in there saying it was not related to the questions, but they had a question.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try
I'm not sure if I can find it or you can find. Oh, Twyla said. Twyla is saying, this is off topic, but do you know anything about Carnival selling off an island in the Caribbean? I don't personally know anything about that. So if someone online knows that, maybe. I'm trying to think what island that would be. Like they own Celebration Key. Carnival Corporation owns Half Moon Key and
Princess Key.
Well, Princess Key is just kind of a little bit of a beach area on a bigger island, so I don't think they own the whole island.
Okay.
They have Roatan, but that's just a piece. That's a beach there. They don't own the whole island, so I'm not sure which one they would sell off.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Sorry, we don't know the answer.
Sorry, Twyla. No answer. Maybe someone in the comment section if they know something, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about that at all. I know there's new work that's going to be done with Royal Caribbean at, what's your favorite port there in Mexico?
Cozumel?
No, south of Cozumel.
Costa Maya.
Costa Maya.
Not my favorite port, guys.
So,
not my favorite port. But they're doing work there?
They're creating their own private experience there that's separate from there.
Carnival is?
Royal Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I thought it was Royal Caribbean.
So we've got a lot of places on Royal that we haven't been to. Like, we haven't been to their private place in Haiti, but I don't think a lot of people have recently because they've been canceling it because of the unrest there. They've got the one in Costa Maya. They have the, we've been to the Perfect Day, which we really, really loved. And they've got the new one, the Royal one that's at Nassau now. So now we're a reason to go to Nassau might be that. I wonder if celebrities going to go to some of these as well, because that might be our way of getting to the Royal private destinations.
Yeah. On a smaller ship.
Yeah.
So let us know, what cruise are you looking forward to most in 2026? We've got some great ones booked, but what do you have booked that you guys are excited about coming up next?
I think Brian and Athena are saying the Fun Ship might be the name of the drink. Is that the name of the drink?
I don't think it is.
I thought it's something to do with running aground. Shipwreck? I don't know, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, what are you looking forward to in 2026 then?
Yeah.
You.
Well, I'm looking forward to our group cruise right now. I think that's going to be a fun one. I like the idea that, we've got so many group cruises booked this year, but we're doing the Caribbean Princess in January. That's going to be, getting me back into the warm weather, of course, which is really nice in January, February. But I don't know what one. I think probably the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably our Canada cruise that we're doing in September. That's a group cruise.
Group cruise, yeah.
But that's the one that I think I'm looking forward to the most.
We're going to St. John's, Newfoundland.
Yeah, so that's pretty unique. Obviously, I haven't done that before. I've been to St. John's many of times, but I've never cruised into St. John's.
Yeah, our cruise calendar, other than those big cruises, we kind of have a lot of opening into 2026. So we still have some booking to do is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the deals. I'm not seeing them. So
they don't exist
I'm very frustrated with the prices right now. So I even was saying the bad words of like all-inclusive resort instead of a cruise. So yeah. So we're on the hunt for some deals. So if you see some deals, let us know.
Yeah. I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is doing the Canada one. I'm looking forward to being in Montreal with a group of cruisers and getting on the ship there and going to some great Canadian ports.
It'll be fun. Bruce is saying that him and Tawny are looking forward to their trip to Australia. They're doing this monstrous trip all the way down through the Pacific and back up, so I'm very jealous. I know there's also some of our other patrons are doing a very similar itinerary. Yeah. So jealous of that for sure. Peggy is looking forward to the group cruise in the Atlantic as well.
Good.
Same as you.
Yes.
And Natalie is looking forward to the Celebrity Eclipse smaller ship, Jerry, for the fall of 2026. We haven't released the date yet, and we haven't released a lot of details. But just so you know, we have One of the few that we have booked for 26 is a small celebrity ship experience, which we've never done. Mm-hmm. So we'll let you know more about that as we get into 2026. But we do have one of those booked for the first time ever. Mm-hmm. And I think Paul might be right on this. Paul is saying the drink is on the rocks.
I think you're right.
I think that's the drink that. Yeah. And Carnival tried to ban the drink because they were so embarrassed of the situation. But it kind of.
It's kind of like the Wang Wang. It's a secret sort of Carnival thing.
Kim is excited to go to Alaska on the Zaandam. Ooh, that's like the Volendam sister ship. So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And Stephen is going to Holland America's Volendam in June to do Eastern Canada, including Newfoundland.
Okay. Yep.
There you go. That must be just a couple months before we're going to be on it then. And Brenda is doing the Sun Princess and the Regal Princess.
Nervous about the Sun. So big.
So big. We have family doing the Sun Princess in March, so we'll see how they feel about it because we know how we felt. We've been curious what everyone else thinks that goes on the ship too. Mm-hmm. So it was very new when we were on it, and I know they've tweaked a couple little things with it. Shannon is saying that she is doing Sky Princess to the Norwegian fjords.
That's on my list of wanting to do, Shannon. I would love to do that too in May. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Love to hear about that.
Yeah, we've been looking at that as well as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. We're just trying to figure out. That's one of those ones I know they do it in the cold weather months, but I really want to do it in the warm weather months because I'm kind of done with cold weather cruising.
Yeah, we're a little gun shy about doing anything too cold weather after our last cruise. Not our last one, not Azamara, but our Seabourn cruise experience for sure.
Yep. Brad is saying that Royal Caribbean is also developing I should not say that because Survivor was filmed there one time. Vanuatu. Vanuatu, that's how you say it. Supposed to be opening in 2027. So that'll be interesting because that's kind of breaking new territory down the South Pacific for that type of thing.
Yeah, whole new area. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Gates is saying that
they have a river cruise in August. Ooh. And they're doing the group cruise with us in September.
There we go. Mm-hmm. We'll be seeing them in September. We might even see them on the train on the way down. Huh? Or the way out east, I guess is the right word. And Ruth is saying they're looking forward to Panama Canal, the Mediterranean patron cruise, and Alaska, Japan.
Alaska. Woo, yay, retirement. You're doing it right, Ruthie. Mm-hmm. Ruth, sorry. Nice.
And Terry and Rona, I know they've got a big one coming up. I was looking at our patron calendar the other day, seeing they're doing Sapphire Princess to the Antarctic.
Gotta be warmer than here.
I don't know. You're in Saskatchewan. I think you're going to warmer weather for sure.
Are they?
Yeah. So yeah, I think so.
That's what they said.
I think everywhere. I think just about everywhere is warmer than Saskatchewan.
That's funny,
especially this time of year.
That's funny.
Brian and Athena are looking forward to the patron cruise in the Mediterranean in May that we're doing. And I'm seeing here Kelly, fall of 26, maybe Azamara somewhere. After you see our Azamara vlog series,
you'll be booking
right away. Trust me, because we're looking to book right away. So, yeah. And Christina is excited to the Canada cruise round trip out of Montreal in September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's our group cruise. And I've just seen a question here. Mike and Laurie are saying, going to Bermuda in April, what is a must-do while there? Must do. Well, the one thing that comes to mind for me was something I didn't expect for Bermuda was the excursion we did with the snorkeling, that the fish footage was phenomenal. So like snorkeling, if it's your thing, just an amazing snorkeling around Bermuda.
I agree. Must snorkel. Our sunset tour was phenomenal too that we did. And Hamilton is a nice city. Like there's so much to do there. I could spend a whole week there. But I would try to go to some of their other beaches as opposed to, we went to their famous beach.
Can't remember the name.
Oh my gosh, why can't I get it right now? Anyways, but there's so many gorgeous beaches there. So just any of their beaches.
Another thing you could do is they have these really elaborate caves that you can go visit.
Oh, yes.
Bruce and Tawny, Out of Bounds, if you check their YouTube channel, they've got like a 360 camera view of this, the cave system. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
looking.
We wanted to do that too.
It's farther away from the port, so you need to have a lot of time to kind of get up there. It's at the other end of Bermuda. But yeah.
Yeah. But the snorkeling, if you love snorkeling, some of the best snorkeling I've ever seen.
If you like golf, and there's a great golf course there that the PGA plays on too. So there's lots of things to do. There's even a great nightlife, even just by the port there. There's bars and clubs open. So yeah. And even if you just take the ferry to Hamilton, the ferry ride alone is like an excursion. Yeah.
It is. Yep. Yeah. I that's what I've said to everybody. Just take the ferry ride and you get to see so much of the beautiful island just doing the ferry ride. And it's the cheapest way to sort of get on the water and tour around the island.
Jill and Simon say they're looking forward to the group cruise in May.
Yes.
And 11 months to the next cruise for Tracy, which is Sydney to Singapore in November 26th.
Nice.
That'll be an exciting one. Mm-hmm. And Trace says, sadly, no cruise next year.
Oh, bought a new house. Well, there you go. That's a bucket list.
Exactly, yeah. And Peggy did Norwegian in June, and the weather was almost perfect. There you go.
Okay,
That's for the Norwegian fjords, right?
Yeah. Good, because that's what I keep saying to Jerry. I want to go in June, July.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's someone that's going to Alaska on the Island Princess. There you go.
Oh,
in
there
May,
you go.
we've got Wanda. Yeah. And Kelly saying, awesome show, great fun. See you in 26. I guess she's leaving already. We're not even done yet.
We're running late today.
We're running late, but we're having
We
a
are.
good time talking to everybody because it's the end of the year. It's been a wonderful year. And Judy is saying, can't wait for the Canada Group cruise in September and a family cruise
On the Star of the
Seas. That's one of those new ones that just came out.
That is, yeah.
And there's a big one coming up. Looks like Stacy's doing the Danube River cruise in August.
Oh, nice.
Also on our list.
Really want to do that one.
Yep.
Yeah, really do. Yeah.
Yep. And Stephen wants to know if you have any excursion ideas for the Eastern Canada on Volendam. There's 12 of them going.
Hey.
I guess you can't tell them to rent a car.
No, with 12 of you
12
going.
people, you have to rent multiple cars.
Mhm.
It is easy to get around, though, on the East Coast if you do rent some cars or a van.
No.
If you're going you obviously must be going to St. John's because I think he said he's going to Newfoundland. So, of course, you've got to do,
Signal
Signal Hill, Kitty Vitty.
George Street pubs.
Or
You've
just
got to do that.
Go to Jill's relative's house. They'll put you up and have a great time. I guarantee it.
I'm sure they're all changing their addresses right now because every time Jerry says that, they get a moment of panic.
I want to take our whole group cruise there, but Jill won't let me because I know they would love to have everybody. That's just the way people in Newfoundland are. Yep.
But yeah, so many great things to do. But I would say, a lot of the locations that you'll be going to, you can just get off and sort of explore on your own. But there are some great excursions also. So
if you're going to Quebec City, don't book an excursion. You can do everything right in old Quebec there. You just kind of walk around, take it. It's like being in a European city.
Yeah, and then there's a hop on, hop off bus right there that sort of gives you the highlights too, which is nice to do with a group of 12. You could all sort of pile on to the top of the bus. It's a double-decker bus.
And Halifax, you got the option of just doing stuff in Halifax, which is a great city. You can go down like we did to Lunenburg.
And if you love beer, they have the brewery tour there that was really well done. What is it called? The Alexander Keith's.
Yep.
Is that right? I was really impressed with that. I'm not a beer drinker. I don't enjoy beer, but I was impressed with the building, the history, the story behind it all, and the whole tour. I would highly recommend if anybody did enjoy beer. And then they sort of do a little kitchen party right there. And so that just, it's true East Coast flavoring right there. So I would highly recommend that. And of course, depending on what time of year they're going in June, whale watching would be great in that area in that time too, in Newfoundland.
Be sure to get screeched in when you go to St. John's if you haven't been to Newfoundland before.
So many things to do. Yeah.
So that is the last. So we'll call it there. We're a little bit over time, but it was fun kind of reminiscing about 2025 and looking forward to 26, everybody. And like I said, in the coming weeks, you're going to start to see all the Azamara stuff. I'm sure we'll be talking about it in our lives as well as we get back. We're 2 weeks away from our next live because we are busy with plans for New Year's. Our next live, I do have a date for you. January 11th will be. So 2 weeks from today, we'll be back doing our next live.
That's right.
And it'll be the beginning of 2026. And by that point, we're going to be only a couple weeks away from the group cruise.
Woo!
So anyways, hope you liked today's live show. It was great talking to all of you. It's kind of all of you that make this show amazing for us. It's the interaction, and
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's just the two of us talking to a camera in the basement without all of you. So
and Bruno would fall asleep to that. He gets pretty bored listening to us.
He's pretty bored of us. He thinks all of you are much more interesting.
Yeah, he literally stands at the top of the stairs. He can't go down into the basement anymore on his own. He stands at the top of the stairs, and if I don't come to get him before we do the live, he can see that Jerry's turned on the studio lights and it's getting set up. And if I don't go upstairs and get him before the show starts, he'll just stand up there and bark until I come and get him. So he wants to be a part of it every week, even though he doesn't look overly impressed with it.
So in closing, let's do cheers to 2026.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks again for your support, and please like the channel and subscribe and do all that great stuff for us.
Just come back and have a good time on Sundays with us.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks everybody, and have a wonderful beginning to your 2026, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.